Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Kende Ajayi, and in today's video I have my beautiful sister with me. Guys, you've seen this video before. Yes, so she's here live, and today we are having question and answer session, and I'm going to be asking her lots of questions actually, and she's going to be giving me honest answers. So beautiful sister, introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about you.
What's that to know about me? My name is Tolu Okpe Adeomi. Last of three. um, yeah, I followed this video and get to know about me. Yes.
All right, so you've heard that she said follow this video. So, Tolu, I have questions for you. And she has promised me the vibes, so expect good vibes here. So, first question. What, okay, let me ask it this way. What has been the best day of your life?
So, okay, as at now, right, best day of my life would be finishing school, like graduating. I finished in 2016 from Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, but it was a really like it was one of my best days because I mean just being done. So yeah.
I get that feeling. Like no more studies, late night studies, group studies, lectures. It's kind of relieving. Like the second question I'm going to ask you: Have you ever have you have you ever crushed on anyone?
Of course now, who never crush? I have. Um, I have, but I would say that my biggest crush and the most unrealistic crush I've ever had in my life would be Justin Bieber. So this was like 2009. I was just done with secondary school. Justin Bieber's baby was like in. I was stand in front of the TV and sing all his songs, and they dreamed that he was going to come to Nigeria and have a show, and I'll go, and then he will see me, I'll be captivated, and then he will now marry me. So
Wow.
yeah, that was like a time in my life.
Wow, what a crush, guys. No, you need to be proud now. It's part of. So, how many kids do you wish to have,
One, I want to have just one child.
and why?
Why? Because I feel like honestly, children or having a child is such a huge responsibility, and I also strongly believe that you should only do the one that you can handle. So personally, I feel like one is what I can handle. I mean, I love children, but I like them enough to like okay, Egba, take your child back. Oh, I like children like that. But like having one, taking full responsibility, having to make decisions over that child just seems like a lot, and I would have one. But if like pata pata like if,
Ah, already.
two.
Two. Wow. Well, two is good. At least they'll keep each other company. Yes. Okay. If you could meet anyone in the world, who would it be?
It's my baby girl Rihanna.
Moving on.
Actually, it's Rihanna. It's Rihanna. It's
What?
Rihanna.
Well, actually, why Rihanna? What's so special? Like,
Vibe. Like I just like as in, like I love Rihanna. Like as I can't explain honestly. Like I just love her.
wow. Thank you. Moving on. So, what is the one thing you've never told me?
Mm. Is there anything? I don't think there's anything I have never told you. I may delay, like wait a bit, because maybe I know that you won't react so well to it, and I'll just wait till maybe I've done it, and then I'll now come back and tell you that I did this thing. Oh, but I will still say it. I think I'm an open book. Like I would just say it. I don't know how to keep it. Like I would tell you. I'll say I did something, no, and I'll still tell you.
Yes. Like I said before, I admire the way she trusts me with everything. She says everything. Like sometimes I'm even scared that
Yeah, then you now say if I'll say, oh, don't tell anybody. Oh, you now say, don't tell me if you know you don't want to tell anybody.
because I know I'm going to tell my twin brother, and my twin brother will not find it funny if something that not that my brother is. Do you think that was harsh?
Um, I don't think harsh is the word, but I think he's very like he's very okay. I'll say rigid. Like he's just like if like let it be like just do it. Like he doesn't want to hear that.
Yeah,
I was not
yeah.
able to like just do the right thing. There's
The right
no
thing.
like
Like you should know the right
you
thing, so
cannot
do
even
it.
lose guard. Like I was not able to do it because no, do it. Why did you not do it like this?
Okay. What's something our parents don't know about you?
Eh? He plenty. Oh, ah. So many things really because I mean look at us now, went to boarding school in primary,
Yeah.
secondary, then we're not in Nigeria for university
Yeah,
like
yes. Like
I,
yeah, there's so much gap. Like, so what was a moment that you never want to relive? Me, I have so many. But
hmm, actually yeah I do, but there's like 2014 for me would be like in fact the whole year, like the whole year was just the year that it was possible to just rip out that 2014 out of my story or like remove it from my head. 2014 was a very rough year for me. I was depressed at some point. I was sick physically. Like it affected me so much that I was now like sick. So I think that year for me is not a year that I want to relive. I was such a horrible year for me. I'm really grateful for how far I've come. Still healing, but yeah, 2014.
that's all.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay. For me, should I even be saying this? It's about you today, so let's just move on. Is there something you can't live without?
Food or sleep. Ah, sleep. It has to be
Sleep,
sleep.
sleep master.
I can sleep for Africa.
I just don't know. The sleep just comes naturally. You know, there are some people when they get their bed, they struggle with sleep. They still have to do one or two things. But my sister and my brother, it's so easy. But for my sister, it's kind of just easy. I want to sleep. I want to sleep. Then she gets to bed. She's off.
So I think for me, right, sleep is also like it's a way to escape for me, right? So yeah, so sleep is like you can be anything in your sleep. You can dream about like the nicest things. So when things aren't going so well with me or like things are just like all over the place, I would like the first thing I want to do is sleep because like that's my happy place. Like I'll just think about all the like I even have this thing. I don't know if I've told you before. Like I have this thing where like if I'm sort of dreaming and the dream is not going the way I want, I will sit up like I will stand like wake up from the dream then sleep back and structure the dream the way I want it like this dream this storyline is not working, then I will now stand up like maybe go and pee or do something and
Wow.
come back then sleep back.
Wow, guys, I've never heard this
So maybe
before,
I've not
but
said it before but yeah it happens to me like this thing no dey work, I'll just go back and
yeah.
dream the dream my way.
Wow, wow, that's so cool. So, if you could go back in time, what would you change?
What will I change? What will I change? I don't really. Okay, what will I change? So I think that if I could go back in time, I wouldn't have done engineering or have been in sciences generally, sef. And that's not even because like nobody forced me to go and do engineering. It was a choice I made. But I feel like with what I know now, so I finished secondary school at 14, and it was such a young age to make a decision about what you want to do, like your whole life. So I feel like now that I know my person, I know who I am, and I feel like I should have done something in the arts that would have made me like express myself more. So if that and like it doesn't even really matter now because like first of all I don't work in engineering, I work in HR, and I absolutely love what I do now. So yeah, I think that's one thing that I would just say that maybe drifted a bit, but then I'm back. So yeah.
Okay, so thank you for that answer. I mean, a lot of people go through that. Like maybe this was the course they studied, but later they discover themselves, and I like that you are self aware.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think I'm very I don't know. Am I self aware?
yeah, more than me, self.
Yeah, I think I
More
know
than
myself and then what works for me.
yeah.
The problem may be that even though I know, I still sometimes let people
Yeah.
like rock me. But then I know
So, do you love God?
3, 4, 5 years down the line, before now, like before 2023, I wouldn't say that like I had like a relationship, and like obviously I wasn't going to church. I wasn't, and this is like a completely different person from Tolu. Because when I was in church, I used to go for evangelism. I was Bible study head at some point. I was very active in church, and then all of a sudden, I just felt like what. So this year, I have made conscious efforts to go to church, and like baby steps, right? It's like working my way through trying praying more, because like over the years I don't even remember last time I prayed, but like this year I can say that I have prayed this year, like not maybe every morning kind of prayer, but I know that I have prayed this year. And so let's just say that I'm working my way back. That's what I can say.
Okay. What is your most prominent childhood memory?
Omo. I have plenty childhood memories. I just want to put it out there that I was a very rebellious child. So if we're talking about memories,
Thank God for Jesus.
it is plenty. But I would say that one for me is like when growing up for me, I was very opinionated. I still am, but maybe not so much as when I was growing up. So um I was that child that you say, oh bear, like I was very restless. I used to bear. So this time we lived in Ikpaja. We used to live in Ikpaja at this time, and then that was when fire war, this thing
Okay.
used to rain a lot, like fire war people. So they had dropped me in school, oh, and then we had this cultural day thing that we're preparing for, and then I was supposed to be the leader of the cultural dance.
Okay.
So the teacher now told me that you not come with it was final rehearsal. So she was not like, I didn't come with my asho, okay. That so if I don't have my asho, okay, then I will not be the leader again, and they will give it to another person. But I mean, in my head I was like, so I will not do leader. I just thought about it. I was like, and this is like maybe like maybe primary one or something.
Yeah.
I just carried my load and felt like, you know what, I'm going home. I'm going to go and carry that shocking. So I left school, and then I was going home. I was like, I have to get home, and I didn't even know what I was thinking, because I think I knew
Like
where they used to keep the
seriously.
key or something. I was just like, whoa, this cultural dance I must do leader. And then I got home, and then I met my father. And then funny enough, so my dad doesn't beat or do all these things. So my father just I don't even know, just looked at me like, Iru omo wo lele, gave me the ashoke and took me back to school, and then reported me to my mom. So the day had gone fine. I done the cultural dance, no problem. And I got back from school, and my mom also came back from work, and hey, I jumped a premium beating. They beat the living daylight out of my body. On the bright side, I still did the cultural
Yes.
dance leader.
She was one of the best dancers. I remember how she would shake her body like, oh my.
So yeah, so that one, I mean, like and I think it just shows the kind of person I am. Really, if I want to do something, I'll go all out and do it.
And
If
if she
I want,
doesn't want, if she doesn't want to do it, she will not do it.
so that it just reminds me of the kind of person I am. Like if I want to do something, I will cross several oceans. I will do it.
And she will do it well. Yeah, I remember my own story. My own was okay that day. It was, I think Wednesday. We normally go for Bible study or so. So my mom went to church from our workplace, and then so she said my auntie should bring us to church. I think you were not around by then. So no, we could go on our own. My auntie was not around, but the place wasn't far from the church. So before leaving, I already put beans. I was cooking beans. So and we left the house. I forgot to put off the fire, and then I went to church. So When I got to church, I was like, oh my God, I forgot to put out the fire and I went back home. Getting home, I realized I didn't take the keys to the house. Guys, guys, when I got home, I had to jump the fence.
This bit sounds funny.
But no, Ipaja,
That command.
yeah. Guys, I needed to jump because if my mother knew that I didn't put that, she would beat the living hell out of me. So I had to jump the fence and enter. When I got inside the compound, there was no key to open the door. Guys, that was when I knew I could break in the door. I broke down the door. By the time I got in, the beans had burnt beyond recognition, and I could not tell my mom. But days later, she was looking for the pot. I had to just confess my sins. So as I think, we had so many memories.
Yeah,
Honestly.
I have a
We
lot.
like,
Yeah.
especially we were surrounded by lots of people, like a lot of people, and we were a bit exposed, a little bit.
Do you think that having do you think that having those, like, so again, we grew up with, like, at some point in our house you have like 3 aunties and 4 uncles, like, living in the same, like, do you think that it affected us, like, like, do you think like it affected us? Don't let me say whether positive or negative. Do you think it affected us in any way?
Yeah, it did. I feel so. Is there something that we did that you've never gotten over? When I say we, I mean Taiwan. I.
That I haven't gotten over, as in that I still hold on to, like, I'm still
Yeah.
angry about.
Yeah.
Really? No, honestly. Though I had a time in my life where, like, I held on to a grudge that I had with Taiwo for a very long time. I don't know if you remember. I think you were married I think you were married at the time. So I had a time where, like, I had a grudge with Taiwo.
What is your greatest fear in life?
My greatest fear in life, I think it would be failure. Honestly, I'm, like, afraid to fail. Like, yeah, and I think it's I'm just afraid to fail. Really, I'm afraid to. So I remember one conversation that I had with you, that I felt like when I changed my job, I was telling you that I didn't want to be the person that they are holding the hands and then pulling up. Like, I don't want to be that person. I'm always afraid to be like the bottom. I like to, like, I'm afraid of failure. Sha, yes, that's it.
Or you failed?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have,
Yeah.
yes.
So how did you deal with it
Uh, I didn't deal with it well.
till now?
So now at my age, I know how to handle, like, things. I know that some things are not permanent and you can always rise above it. But when I was younger, I let certain things, like, weigh me down a lot. And but now I'm older, wiser too. So yeah, so I think sometimes when things don't work out for me, I know how to, even if I'm down for some time, I can be like, we get over this.
Wise girl.
Hey.
Wise girl in the building. Okay. Okay, guys.
Oh, I don't have it. I don't with all the questions.
Do you want me to ask more questions?
No. Ah.
Okay, final question. Final
Oh,
question.
yeah.
Final question.
Yeah.
Do you miss your dad? I got her. I got it. That one, I know that she would pause. We all miss our dad, actually.
I miss him a lot. Like, you cannot even begin to imagine. So, like, I recently just changed my profile picture self. Like, I had my dad as my profile picture for 4 years. And I can say that there's no day, like, I can confidently say that there's no day that I don't think about him, honestly. Because I still spoke about him yesterday to somebody at work that I've never even met him before. Like, I don't even, like, anywhere I go, like, something will happen, and then I had to bring him up because he was such a huge part of my life. There was no step in my life that he wasn't actively involved. So there's no part of my life I want to talk about, from primary to university. Like he was there. So there's no part of my life that I talk about, like I don't talk about him. So I miss him a lot. Like, and I don't even think that I have really gotten over it. Like, it's going to be 5 years in August, and I still don't feel like even in times that like I should be happy about something, it just still creeps in a way. Like, I'm not fully happy about that situation, because, oh, if I told daddy about this would have been daddy's reaction. This, like, I would just imagine, like, oh, this is what he would have said in a situation like this.
Yeah.
So like, I miss him, Sha, like a lot. That's what I can say.
So if you get the opportunity, I know we don't believe in um it's gone. Yeah, but if you had the opportunity to say your last words to him, what would it be?
Don't go. Like, eh,
Don't go.
just like, so I had, like, we all had a very good relationship with my dad, right? And I remember very well that we used to talk about my wedding. Like, that's one thing that I like. I remember we used to talk about my wedding a lot, and like, I'm just really sad that he's not like here to experience. Like, I'm not married. Like, obviously, we'll get married soon.
Yes.
And he's not here to like experience that, because it was something that we talked about a lot. Who to invite, who not to invite, where do you want to have the wedding?
Yeah.
And I know that we used to gist a lot about destination wedding. That he would not say, no, that he's not going to travel anywhere, or all these things. So, so yeah.
Yeah.
If I had the opportunity to tell him, I'd be like, Baba, stay, no go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere, because his death was shock. We
Yeah.
weren't expecting it. So, but it's so good. We're doing good to the glory of God, and here we are. So, guys, we've come to the end of the question and answer session. Thank you so much to Lokwe, my beautiful sister. She's my beautiful. Like, when somebody's beautiful, she's better. Look at the dreadlocks. If you are looking for, no, I'm really proud of you, the way you've kept your dreads. Honestly, I've been thinking about it, but I still don't get mind for that
So,
thing.
so the story about my dress, I actually wanted to get dressed for a very long. So my dress is going to be 2 years in May, right?
2 good years.
So I've been thinking of getting dressed for a very long time, but I was also very skeptical about it, because I didn't want people to be like, I didn't want the dress to be like my identity. Like, you know how, like, when you have dress, like, that's what people know you for. Like, that girl with the carry dress. It used to be that girl with glasses, or like, not be like that girl with the carry dress. I didn't want it to be but now that I'm that girl that carries dress, like, I'm enjoying it. Like, I like it. Like, it's cool, and it saves me a lot of time.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
time. Yes, I'm considering it, Sha. But I'm doing what? What's that thing?
Micro locks.
Micro locks. Before I say micro
Microblade.
blade, I don't know. why I always forget to. So thank you so much to Lokpe. Thank you so much for coming to my channel today. You know, I was able to get her to do this because she's working from home today. So after today, Otilo. So Tolu Lokpe, final words.
So I'm happy to be here. I'm happy that we're doing this, because I mean, I get to spend time with you. Uh, so yeah, and feature me more, I beg.
Yes. Yeah, you also come to tell us about tech, like, because she's in the tech space. So guys, watch out. She's going to tell you the tech skills you need based on your based on what?
Based on what?
Based on your interest,
Yeah,
or based on
your
your
interest. Yes, based on what you like. Oh yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, I get what you're
yes.
saying.
So yes, so she's the HR at Detalium, guys. So very soon I'll bring her back, and she's going to talk more about tech. Even though me, I'm not yet teching, but she will tech us. So guys, thank you so much. Thank you to Lokpe, and I hope to see more of you on my channel. Please, what do they do after watching this?
Like and subscribe.
Please subscribe. Bye, guys.
Bye.